Anyway, I've been at philanthropy for about 14 years, and as Buff mentioned, started, which was the neatest Christmas gift ever, with access to $100,000 to give anyway. Peter and I decided we wanted to. We were living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the time. We thought, that's so much money, this is really amazing. And you've got to learn by doing in this. You really do. You need to learn how nonprofits work, how to think about theories of change and how money can make a difference. And there's so much more to philanthropy than NoVo came in 2006. We call it the Big Bang. At the subway in Bryant Park, and my husband called and said, "You better get home. I think our lives just changed." And 2 months later, we were at the New York Public Library, for this big announcement that he was going to give away his fortune in his lifetime, and $30 billion pledge was being made to the Gates Foundation, and all the kids got $1 billion pledge. We weren't handed $1 billion, thank God. But 5% of $1 billion comes to us every year, and we needed to really sit and think, oh my God, how do we see the world? How do we see this philanthropic opportunity? How are we going to organize? I'll give you an example. Many of you know this, maybe you don't. Most of the world's food is produced by women, yet they own 1%. Congo, for example. Girls are less, when women are treated like dogs and mules and exploited, and the violence against them is so huge. So this, this idea that the world is out of balance, and that we see that, we are tied to history. That empire building of the Roman Empire and on, and conquest and domination and exploitation is a very strong force at work in the world. And we said, how could you move that? The only instruction that Warren gave was you can do anything you want, but I urge you to go someplace with your philanthropy that is a need that is set up. What is the change we want to see? What role could we play? What changes are doable given our resources? And I feel like money is just one thing.
A non-cognitive intelligence, but another kind, sort of people smart. Another way to be these skills and dispositions could be learned. How do you take young people and really prepare them to be civically engaged, civically involved, to lead, and to be able to follow their own? Social emotional learning is a process. It's a set classrooms can use to essentially reconnect head and heart. It really focuses on test scores, cognitive attainment. That's what we measure, that's what we're interested in. In fact, what we've been ignoring is the emotional side. Fuse the person back together and unite the sides of the person. In fact, much stronger learning happens, much fewer problems happen, much stronger schools and climates
versus collaboration. I'm not against competition, but to put it in other words, there's a power over dynamic instead of a power with that isn't working. That's become unchecked, and she's just gone into high school that is having anxiety disorders because she's afraid if she makes a mistake, she's not. What are we doing to generations, raising them to be selfish and competitive, or to be collaborative?
And if you actually look at the values that are held by families and people, they really are about having rounded, capable, intact, respectful, connected, integrated people.